Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, Instagram. Good morning to you that are here on Facebook. How are you doing this morning? Now, before we even get started, I want to welcome you. Thank you for being here. It's been a while since I've done. Good morning, Sheena. How you doing? It's been a while since I have been on a live. For those of you who are coming in on Instagram, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, it's just a quick live. I will be live every day this week as I am preparing for my 21 days into loving yourself. Listen, anyway, good morning. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So excited. Listen, so this morning, lots and lots of things have been going on in my world. And I know that I've been seeing so much goodness on social media from friends. Hi, Janetti, how you doing? Colleagues, we have Sheena's on here. Yes. There's so much goodness that's going on and that I see going on. And I was just wondering about belief, what we believe, and do we really see ourselves as other people see us? Do we really see that? And I was thinking about how it impacts us from moving forward, or how we move forward within ourselves, within our lives, within our business, within our friendships, our relationships, and I was really just thinking about that as you guys were coming on board. And I thought, what is it about self-belief? Now, let me just go back a little bit and just give you a little bit of an insight into myself. Now, I am a singer. I am a speaker. I am a person who likes to be on stage. So I do a little bit of acting, speaking, singing. That is really me at my core. Amongst other things that I do, I'm an author, all of these kinds of lovely things that we do. But then I started to think about, I was asked to perform at a place, and the feedback that I got was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And the person who hired me for the job turned around and said, she made a comment, and I went, oh, really? She went, yeah. She's like, the way that she views me. And her view of me is completely different to how I view me. But then I started to think about what would happen if I thought about myself the way that she thought about me. So basically, she thinks about me, and this is how she has me in her phone. She's put Yvonne, superstar Yvonne, superstar. So she sees me as a superstar. She sees me as this person that, commands a stage, that can go out and change the atmosphere, which is very, very true. But did I see myself like that? Well, no, I just saw myself as Yvonne Michelle, the speaker, the singer, the person who, the author that, that runs a business. I just see myself as me. And then I thought to myself, what would happen if I started to see myself the way that she sees me? And I tell you what's happened. Lots has happened. Change has happened. That's what's happened. Change. Now, it's not about being big-headed about something. It's about knowing. And this is what I want you to understand. And I'm sure it's all women on here. I'm sure it is. But if there's a man on here, welcome. But I know that women gravitate to me. So women gravitate to women, right? Anyway, so I'm going to ask you a question. What do you know you can do when you put your mind to it? Yeah, no, yeah. What do you know? What do you know you can do when you put your mind to it? What do you know you can do when you put your mind to it? The second question I want to ask you is, what would happen if you saw yourself the way that others see you? I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to do this because I'm going to answer some questions. I can see some comments on the chat, right? What would you do if you could see yourself the way that others see you? Right? That's the second question. The third question, because there's four. I was going to give you three, but there's four questions. What did you last give your all and prove it to yourself? What did you do? When was the last time you gave your all? When was the last time you gave your all? And what did it prove to you? And the last question is, what would you do if you believed you could do anything? What would you actually do? Right? Okay. Gonna leave you that. What would you do? The last question. If you believed you could do anything, I want you to write it on the chat. What would you do? What would you do if you could achieve it? If you knew and if you believed you could do anything, what would it be that you would do? Right. I'm just going to read out a few comments. Right. So Janetti on Instagram is saying true realistic perception is important. That horrible imposter syndrome is imposing. Absolutely. It's a great question. People have an idea of me that, oh, you can't say that is Italian at all, but a bit. And I'm trying to absorb it. So I think I know where you are going on this. Right. Janetti saying I could get myself in the West End. Boom! Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I'm clapping. I'm getting excited this morning. I knew it was the right thing to do coming on here. Janetti, what would you do? You'd be in the West End, wouldn't you? You would be. I would be exceptionally great if I could see me as others saw me. Right. So, Janetti, my challenge to you this morning, and I hope you can be on here tomorrow because tomorrow's about change. Your perception of you. It's a 2mm shift. That's all it takes. 2mm shift. You, my darling, could be in the West End. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. So what can you do to make one step towards it? That's my question. What can you do today to take you one step further? And I will ask you the same question tomorrow. What's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? Because this is a journey. This is a journey. Right. Over on Facebook, Amina's saying absolutely anything. Sheena is saying she'll make beautiful products with love. Absolutely. Dorota's saying powerful question. Absolutely. We are here to be powerful because we're powerful. Absolutely powerful. So it's not just that we're powerful, but we are power and we are full of it. Full of power. That's what we're full of. Right. Fiona Hobbs say, save the planet. What could you do that will move you one step closer to saving the planet? Right. So Amina's saying, question to number 2. When did you last? That was what do you know you can do when you put your mind to it? More than I do now. What are you doing now? Let's be specific. Yeah, let's be specific as to what you are doing. Get a pen, get a paper, write it down. What are you actually doing? Write it down. Get all of that information out of your head, dump it on a piece of paper and see actually what you are doing. Right. And Sheena's saying, I can do anything I put my mind to. You can, but what are you going to do? Tell me what you are going to do, or write it down. Write it down in code. Right. Fiona's saying she could join Friends of the Earth again. Absolutely. So when will you do that, Fiona? When will you do that? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Those of you who are just joining us on Instagram, those of you who are just joining us on Facebook, this is about self-belief. This is about, I'm talking about, do you see yourself the way that others see you? What is your belief system? What do you believe about yourself? And if you believed, what if you believed everything that, or saw yourself the way that other people see you, what would you be achieving now? What would you be achieving now? I'm telling you, this shift, this 2mm shift has changed my perspective, has changed everything. It's actually changed my prices. It's changed everything. Just from that one question, from that conversation that I had last week, has changed everything. So what changes? And we're going to be talking a bit more about change tomorrow. Yeah. Right. So Fiona Hobbs says she speak, right, publicly. Absolutely. Get out there, do it. And when are you going to do it? Fiona says, she's going to do it today. Yes, that's a result. Right, that is a result. Let's go back over to Instagram. Janetti said, I'm actually doing the playwriting, directing, producing them, as well as performing in them. I just must believe I'm not only small theatre, but big ones. Absolutely. And that's the thing. We always think small. Oh, it's just me. But actually, it's bigger than you. This is bigger. Everything that you have been given in your hand is bigger than you. It has been planted. A seed has been planted into you as the ground, right? As the ground. You've been planted. And what we have to do is water. Now, you think about a plant. Just think about a plant right about now and how it works, right? Just as an analogy. You put the seed in the ground and you don't see the roots taking into the soil. You don't see them digging down deeper than the actual seed. It has to dig down into the soil. And then the sunlight comes on the earth. And sometimes you don't see the seed grow for a long time. The bamboo tree is an example, right? Let me tell you about the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree takes 5 years for it to even sprout. But in the 5 years, after 5 years, in 90 days, it grows over 7 foot tall. No, actually, it's 90 feet tall. Right? That's what happens. So sometimes we just see ourselves as so small, so insignificant that, we're just doing this. We're just doing that. But actually what you're doing is changing lives. What you're doing is that you've been rooted, you've been grounded, you've been rooted, and you've got the experience. And once the experience comes, it starts to flourish. So never think that you are on your own. Never think that you are just so. You're not just so. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. And you can achieve much more than what you ever dreamed of, because when you couple up with belief and you give it to the highest source, you will be able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ask for or think about. That is the truth of it. So I just want you to know that. And those of you who know me, you know I always run that scripture because it's the truth. You're able to do exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. So you think you've got a vision, that's going to be multiplied 100-fold. Whatever your vision is, when you believe, all you need to do is be that seed, believe, and water that seed, and it will be multiplied. So this morning, I just want to say, right, I'm just going to go back to some of the comments. When we know who we are, we have strength. That is formidable. Absolutely. I recently did a presentation and was in fear because I hadn't done a presentation for a while. Just before I started, I reminded myself of who I am, and the presentation went brilliantly. Boom! That's right. See yourself. Amina, you are an amazing woman. If you could see you the way that I see you, what more would you achieve? Janetti is saying, true hum, the roots go deep and spread far before reaching the surface. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have invested, you have planted for so long. So what are you going to do? If you could see yourself how I see you, what more would you achieve? And where would you be? Sometimes we've got to let go of stuff. Sometimes we want to hold on to stuff that because we're used to having. Sometimes I'm just saying, sometimes it's a job. Yeah, your income. Sometimes you just got to step out in faith and believe in the vision. The vision will come. It won't tarry. It will come. But you've got to believe that it will, and do the work, do the graft. Director saying, if you don't believe single entity, if you don't believe single entity can make a difference, you have not spent a night with a mosquito. No. Oh, Fiona say, share your wisdom. Good morning. I'm dreaming now, watering and feeding my vision. Come on now. That's right, Elizabeth. Lovely to see you here this morning. Yes, Janetti, I hear you. Listen, you're here for a reason. If you are hearing this morning, there's a reason. Nothing is by chance. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. And your purpose is in front of you. Your destiny is in front of you. Your success is in front of you. And who determines that? Who determines your success? You do. Not me. Not anybody else. You do. It's how you see yourself. So today, my challenge to you today is, can you see yourself as your biggest cheerleader does? Think about your biggest cheerleader. Think about the person that's telling you how fantastic you are, how good you are, and how gifted, how special you are, because each and every one of you have your own specialty. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that incredible? Your own specialty. So if you are using your own speciality now, and you are in position and you are doing what you are supposed to do, scared. It doesn't matter if you're feeling scared. It doesn't matter if your heart's bumping. It doesn't matter if, well, we want to hope that your heart is pumping actually, because you would be dead otherwise. But if your heart is beating really fast and your hands are sweating and your mouth is dry and your brain is like, what do I say next? That's a good place to be. Right? Janetti said, my cheerleader sees me as 6'2" and I'm 5'2". Boom! You're bigger than who you think you are. You're bigger than who you see yourself as. So you are a giant. You are a giant. Because others that are coming under you, and this just comes to me. So, there are others, there are young people that's going to come up under you. They're going to need to stand on your shoulders. Because you are a giant. And when I say a giant, I don't mean a 6 foot. What are they called? Is it there's a name for them. They're like angels. They walk the earth before us, right? I can't remember what they're called. But that's how I see you, Janetti. I'm just saying. I'm going to find the word and I'm going to send it to you. Because that's doing my head in. All right. So Fiona saying, trust God, believe, and the universe will deliver. Absolutely. I can't pronounce it. Nephilim. Elaine, grown flowers. She's just said it. Nephilim, something like that. That's it. Thank you very much for that, Elaine. Thank you so much. A Nephilim. Right? That is how I see you. It's like an angel, but they're yeah. They walked the earth before. And that's how I see you. Right? Yes. Genetic says they are already standing on me, and I have many that I've brought into acting and they love it. I have 2 plays next year. One is a pantomime. So excited. Absolutely. Get it out there. Go into the West End. Stop playing small. Stop playing small, Janetti. It's time to fly. It's time to grow. Actually, it's not time to grow. You've grown and you've outgrown where you are. It's time to step out. Okay. Seraphim, Fiona is saying, yeah, it could well be. Yeah. Right. So, ladies, right. So, Amina saying, much of my recent success is from your foundation, is the foundation from your mentoring. Thank you, Von Michelle. Thank you very much, Amina. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate those words. Listen, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here at 10. 10 o'clock is a good time. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, if you can make it. If you can't make it, I'll be on the replay. I will play, I will be on Instagram, and I'll be on Facebook, and I will be on YouTube. Listen, guys, do see yourselves as your biggest cheerleader does, right? See yourself and take that next step. Remember the questions. What would you do if you could see yourself as your biggest cheerleader sees you? What do you know you can do when you put your mind to it? That was the second question. And what would you do if you believed you could do anything? Last one is, when did you last give your all and prove it to yourself? Right. Okay. Dorota's saying we have to make a choice if we want to be pushed by a pain or pulled by a vision. Absolutely. Be pulled by your vision today. Be pulled by it. Write your vision down. Make it very, very plain, very simple. Don't overcomplicate anything, and read it daily. And when you read it, do one thing every day that's going to lead you to your vision. So here's the scripture that goes with that, what I've just said. Write the vision down, make it plain. He who reads it will run with it, and it will accomplish. It will not tarry, but it will accomplish everything that it has set out to do. Right? So there you go. Write the vision down, make it super, super simple. Put it where you can see it, read it every day, and do one step every single day to take you one step closer to that vision. My name is Yvonne Michelle. If you don't know, I'll be back here tomorrow at 10. But before I go, let me not forget to let you know, on the 28th of this month, which is next Sunday, we have 21 days into loving yourself. It'll be very much like this. 21 days. We are going to be working together for 21 days together. Not on Facebook, not on Instagram, but in a live Zoom room. We're going to be working together, and we're going to change some habits. We're going to change and propel ourselves and get ourselves ready to see ourselves for who we really are for next year, so that we can thrive, grow, and soar into 2022. All right. So if you're interested in that, meet me back here tomorrow, and I will be back here at 10 a.m. But for now, have a fantastic day and do one thing that's going to take you further for your vision. Ciao, ciao.